Cybernetic humans versus alien mechs. The battle of the century. The sky suddenly lit with a blinding flash of light. Clouds burning red as something massive fell from above. Alarms screamed in the cities. People ran in every direction, their screams filling the air. No one knew what was coming, but fear gripped every heart. Commander Jackson stood on the rooftop of the Central Command building, his cybernetic eyes scanning the horizon. Massive shadows moved across the city streets. Enormous machines with glowing cores and sharp metal limbs. Alien mechs were marching through the city, crushing cars and buildings under their heavy steps. Jackson's heart raced, but his mind was calm. A trained soldier knows panic is the enemy. His cybernetic enhancements allowed him to process threats faster than any human. He saw his team gathering in the plaza below, each soldier equipped with bionic limbs, energy weapons, and advanced combat AI, ready to defend humanity at any cost. "Report," Jackson shouted, his voice firm but urgent. Lieutenant Mira, her cybernetic arm glinting under the burning sky, ran up to him. "Commander, initial scans show at least 500 mechs in the city. They are advancing towards the population centers. We have civilians trapped. We need to act fast." Jackson clenched his jaw, the weight of responsibility pressing on him. "Deploy the units to block the main streets. Evacuate civilians where possible, and prepare for the first clash. We can't let them reach the city center." The cybernetic soldiers moved like shadows, swift and precise, using their enhanced speed to carry civilians to safe zones. Drones hovered above, scanning for mech activity. Explosions erupted nearby, sending smoke and fire into the sky. From the horizon, a massive shadow approached faster than anything Jackson had seen. It was bigger than the other mechs, moving with terrifying intelligence. Its glowing red eye scanned the city as if it could see everything. The Central Command mech, controlling all others. And it was coming for them. Jackson felt a chill. Even with his cybernetic enhancements, the scale of the threat was overwhelming. He turned to Mira. "We need a strategy fast." "This is not just a battle. It's survival," Mira nodded, her eyes glowing as her AI interface calculated possibilities. "We can't fight all of them head-on, Commander. We need to use the city to our advantage. Narrow streets, high buildings, ambush points. We can slow them down and pick them off." Jackson made his decision. "Then we divide into squads. Each squad takes a sector. We protect civilians and delay the mechs. Every second counts. We buy time for reinforcements as they moved." The first explosion hit near the plaza. A mech smashed through a skyscraper, sending debris everywhere. A group of civilians screamed. Trapped under the rubble, Jackson rushed forward, his cybernetic legs propelling him faster than any normal human. He lifted the debris and pulled the civilians to safety. "Commander, more mechs incoming from the east," Mira shouted, pointing towards the burning streets. Dozens of machines advanced like an unstoppable wave. Jackson raised his energy rifle, firing at the mechs with precise shots. Each shot disabled a mech, but for every one they destroyed, 2 more took its place. The city shook with every step of the alien machines. Cars overturned, buildings collapsed, fire spread across the streets. People ran screaming, and above it all, the sky was filled with falling debris and smoke. Jackson's team fought bravely, their cybernetic enhancements giving them strength and speed, but the mechs were relentless. Jackson saw a group of children trapped near a burning building. Without thinking, he sprinted towards them. Dodging falling debris, a mech swung its massive arm, crushing cars in its path, but Jackson's reflexes, enhanced by AI, allowed him to leap just in time. He grabbed the children. Running to safety, his heart pounding. From the distance, the Central Command mech moved closer, its red eye scanning the battlefield. Controlling the smaller mechs with deadly precision, Jackson knew this was the real threat. Destroy it, and the rest might fall apart. But reaching it was nearly impossible. Squads, hold your positions. Do not let them break through. Jackson commanded, his voice firm. Each soldier obeyed without hesitation, forming defensive lines. Energy shields raised, weapons firing in unison. Explosions lit the night. Fire and smoke filled the streets. The battle for the city had begun, as the first wave of mechs clashed with the cybernetic humans. Jackson took a deep breath, knowing this was only the beginning. He looked at Myra. We fight for humanity. We cannot fail. Mira nodded, her eyes fierce. Then we fight, Commander, no matter the cost. The city trembled under the alien invasion. Fire and smoke rose like dark clouds. Humans and cybernetic soldiers fought bravely. But the shadow of the Central Command mech loomed over them, a reminder that the real battle was yet to come. Suspense hung in the air. Every moment could be the last. And in the distance, beyond the burning city, more alien machines landed. The invasion was far from over. The fight for Earth had only just begun. The city was burning, smoke rising high into the night sky. Fire reflected on broken glass and twisted metal. Sirens screamed in every street. And the ground shook with each step of the alien mechs. Commander Jackson and his team moved cautiously through the shattered streets, their cybernetic eyes scanning for threats. Every shadow seemed alive, every corner hiding death. The mechs were everywhere, relentless, crushing everything in their path. Commander, they are advancing faster than predicted, Lieutenant Mira reported, her voice calm but urgent. The mechs are coordinating. Using hive-like intelligence, each step they take seems planned. They are learning our tactics, Jackson gritted his teeth. Then we adapt faster, Mira. Split the squads into ambush teams, use the rubble. The narrow streets, every alley, we turn the city into a trap. The first clash erupted near the central plaza. Mechs smashed cars and tore through buildings. Explosions rocked the streets, glass shattered. Fire erupted from damaged power lines. Civilians screamed in terror. And the cybernetic soldiers charged forward, their bionic limbs moving faster than human eyes could follow. Jackson led the front line, firing energy rifles with deadly precision. Each shot disabling a mech's joint or energy core. Sparks flew as metal twisted and broke. But for every mech they destroyed, two more advanced, controlled by the Central Command mech's unseen hand. Mira and her squad appeared on the rooftops, raining down precise plasma shots on the advancing aliens. Their aim impeccable, but the mechs adapted quickly, shields forming to block the energy, forcing the soldiers to move constantly, thinking faster than the enemy expected. Commander, we can't hold them here for long, Sergeant Rilo shouted, dodging a mech's massive arm. We need a plan to take down that command mech, or this city is lost. Jackson paused for a moment, analyzing the battlefield. Every street, every destroyed building, and every mech's movement, he realized something chilling. The Central Command mech was not just leading them, it was predicting their every move. Then we fight smarter, not harder, Jackson said. Divide the mechs, isolate their units, lure them into traps. We use our speed and agility, and hit them where they are weakest. Remember, one shot at a joint, one hack at a core can turn the tide. The cybernetic soldiers moved like shadows, disappearing behind rubble, rooftops, and wrecked vehicles, launching sudden attacks and vanishing before the mechs could respond. Explosions and gunfire echoed, fire and smoke blurring the battlefield. Every move counted, every second mattered. Suddenly, a mech smashed through the corner of a collapsed building, revealing a group of civilians trapped inside. Their screams pierced the chaos. Without hesitation, Jackson leapt forward. his cybernetic legs propelling him over debris, dodging a falling steel beam. He lifted the rubble and freed the civilians, handing them to the evacuation drones. But the relief was short-lived. From the sky, alien dropships released smaller drones, swarming the streets, their claws and weapons cutting through anything in sight. The cybernetic soldiers fought desperately. Energy shields raised, plasma blasts fired, sparks and fire lighting up the night. Mira noticed something strange. "Commander, their coordination. It's almost human. They are learning from us, every tactic we use. They adapt in seconds." Jackson's jaw tightened. "Then we keep changing, Mira. Unpredictability is our weapon. Confusion is their weakness." The battle reached the city square, where the Central Command mech revealed itself, towering above all buildings, its red eye glowing like a storm. Controlling the smaller mechs with deadly precision, every step caused the ground to tremble. Every movement threatened to crush soldiers and civilians alike. Jackson realized the only way to win was to destroy it. But the path was almost impossible. Fire and smoke blocked the streets. Debris fell from damaged buildings. Mechs attacked from every angle, and the Central Command mech seemed to anticipate their moves. "Squads, listen!" Jackson shouted over the chaos. "We can't fight them all head-on. We split into strike teams, hit their limbs, target their joints, distract the command mech. We hit and run, no hesitation." Energy blasts lit up the battlefield. Metal clashed with metal. Explosions threw dust and fire into the air. Civilians ran desperately, dodging destruction at every step. Jackson and Mira led their teams, weaving through the chaos, dodging attacks, striking quickly, disappearing before the enemy could counter. The command mech moved closer, its red eye scanning the battlefield, sending waves of smaller mechs like predators hunting prey. The cybernetic humans fought with everything they had. But it was clear, this was only the beginning. The real battle was yet to come. From the shadows, a sudden tremor shook the ground. A new type of mech emerged, faster, smarter, more dangerous than any before. It charged at the team with lethal precision, forcing Jackson and his soldiers to regroup. The suspense rising with every heartbeat, Jackson looked at his team, their faces fierce but weary. "This is our world. We fight for humanity. We will not fall. Stay together, stay sharp, and strike when they least expect it." The city burned around them, fire and smoke blending with the night sky. Explosions echoed like thunder. The clash of humans and alien mechs raged on, and in the distance, beyond the chaos, the shadow of the Central Command mech loomed, waiting, calculating, and preparing for the next strike. The battle for Earth had truly begun, and the night promised more danger, more suspense, and more challenges than anyone could imagine. The city was a battlefield, fire and smoke still rising from shattered buildings. The streets littered with debris, fallen mechs, and frightened civilians. But Commander Jackson knew the fight was far from over. The real danger was still out there, beyond the flames, in the heart of the alien machines. "Commander, we can't keep fighting blindly," Lieutenant Mira said, her voice calm but tense, her cybernetic eyes scanning the horizon. "We need to know what controls them, where their strength lies. Otherwise, this battle could last forever." Jackson nodded, his gaze fixed on the ruins. "And we find their secrets, Mira. We infiltrate one of their damaged ships, discover what powers them, and use it against them. Every moment we delay could cost more lives. But knowledge is the weapon we need." The team moved carefully through the destroyed streets, avoiding patrolling mechs. Every shadow could hide death. Sparks from burning wires lit their path. The smell of smoke and burning metal filled the air. A sense of dread weighed heavily on them. Finally, They reached a crashed alien ship. Half buried under a collapsed building, its dark metal surface was unlike anything humans had ever seen. Glowing lines ran across it, pulsating with energy, almost alive. "Stay alert," Jackson whispered. As they approached, the hatch slowly opened, revealing a dimly lit interior. Strange symbols glowed on the walls, humming with power. A low vibration ran through the floor, as if the ship itself was breathing. Inside, the team discovered a room filled with crystals, glowing with a deep blue light. Wires and energy conduits connected them to a massive core. Holographic images flickered in the air, showing alien mech movements, battle patterns, and something terrifying maps of Earth cities. Marked for destruction, Myra's eyes widened. These crystals, they are powering the mechs, and the Central Command mech uses them to control all others. It's like a brain network. One command flows to all machines. That's why they are so coordinated. Jackson studied the holograms, realizing the scale of the threat. If we destroy the central crystal, or use it against them, we might have a chance. But getting close will be nearly impossible. The command mech guards it like a fortress. Suddenly, the ship shuddered, alarms blaring. The vibrations grew stronger. The alien AI had detected them. Smaller mechs emerged from the ship's shadows, their claws and energy weapons ready. "Ambush!" Jackson shouted, and the team dove for cover. Energy blasts exploding around them, metal screeching. The battle inside the alien ship was chaotic. Sparks flew as the cybernetic humans fired at the attacking mechs, dodging crushing arms and laser strikes. Mira hacked into a console, trying to override the ship's systems. Lights flickered, circuits hummed. The AI fought back, sending waves of defense drones. Jackson realized the AI was testing them, anticipating their moves. Every step forward required speed, strategy, and courage. A single mistake could mean death. Amid the chaos, a mech charged straight at Jackson, its claws glowing with energy. He leapt high, using his cybernetic legs to propel himself over the machine, landing behind it, firing precise shots at its energy core. Sparks exploded, and the mech collapsed, but more took its place. Myra shouted, "Commander, I found something." The AI is vulnerable when it processes multiple commands. We can overload it, but we need time and distraction. Jackson nodded, formulating a dangerous plan. Then we split, 2 distract the mechs, 2 work on the system. We have only one chance to succeed. The team moved like lightning, some firing, some dodging, others hacking into the alien systems. The tension was unbearable. Every second stretched like an hour. Explosions rocked the ship, metal twisted, sparks flew. The smell of ozone filled the air, finally. Mira managed to insert a virus into the system. The holographic maps flickered. Alarms screamed, and the smaller mechs froze. The central AI's voice, cold and mechanical, echoed through the chamber. "Intruders. Neutralize. Immediately." Jackson gritted his teeth. "Now. Strike hard and fast. We have their attention." But they are distracted. The team attacked with everything they had. Energy rifles firing, cybernetic limbs smashing, sparks and fire lighting the room. For a brief moment, the aliens' control faltered. The Central Command mech on the battlefield paused, its movements jerky, less precise, and Jackson knew they had found the key. A chance to turn the tide, but the danger was far from over. The alien AI was clever, adapting quickly, learning from every move, sending reinforcements to protect the command mech. And the city outside still burned, civilians trapped, time running out. Jackson looked at Mira, her face fierce but exhausted. "We know their secret now. We have the weapon in our hands. But the fight is only beginning. This is the moment we prepare for the final strike." The real battle awaits, and as they left the ship, the suspense hung thick in the air, the city still under threat. Alien mechs patrolling every street, explosions echoing in the distance, the stakes higher than ever, the secrets of the enemy revealed. But victory still uncertain, the city still burned, smoke curling into the sky like dark fingers, streets littered with rubble and fallen mechs. But Commander Jackson knew the battle had changed. The enemy's secrets were now in their hands. Yet danger was closer than ever, not just from the alien machines, but from within, Commander. We need to move quickly, Lieutenant Mira said, her eyes scanning the streets. The Central Command mech is adjusting its attacks. They know we are interfering. Reinforcements are coming faster than before. Jackson nodded. But a cold feeling crept up his spine. Something was wrong. He could feel it in the cybernetic network connecting his team. A subtle disruption, a signal that didn't belong suddenly. A deafening explosion rocked a nearby building. And one of their own, Sergeant Relo, turned his weapon against the team. Energy blasts flying past them, destroying cover. Sparks exploding around them. Relo, what are you doing? Jackson shouted, dodging a blast that shattered the ground beside him. Relo's face was hard, cold. I've been waiting for this. Commander, the aliens promised power, and now I will take it. Anyone who stands in my way dies, he said. Firing again, forcing the team to scatter. Chaos erupted, soldiers dodging, jumping, firing at Rilo without harming civilians. The city seemed to shrink under the sudden betrayal. Trust shattered like broken glass. Myra shouted, "We can't let him reach the civilians. Take him down, but be careful. He knows our tactics." Jackson clenched his jaw, focusing, analyzing Relo's cybernetic enhancements. Faster than before, stronger, more dangerous now, enhanced by alien tech. He realized the threat was more than just physical. Relo could hack their systems from inside. The team split, some distracting Relo, others trying to rescue trapped civilians nearby. Energy blasts and sparks filled the streets. Every step forward met with betrayal and danger. Jackson moved closer to Relo, dodging attacks, firing precise shots at weak points, but the rogue soldier anticipated each move. The fight became a deadly dance, fire and smoke hiding their movements. Screams echoing around them. "Commander!" Myra shouted from above. "I've hacked a nearby power node. I can trap him temporarily. Cover me." Jackson nodded, keeping Relo busy, dodging a massive energy strike, rolling over debris, and countering with careful shots, the ground shaking under the weight of alien mechs in the distance. Mira activated the power node, a pulse of energy shooting through Relo's circuits, slowing him down, sparks flying from his cybernetic arm. And Jackson seized the moment, tackling him to the ground, restraining him with his enhanced strength. "Why, Relo?" Jackson asked, his voice filled with anger and disbelief, the betrayal cutting deeper than any enemy weapon. Relo smirked. "Humanity is weak, Commander. Only those who take power survive. The aliens understand that. Unlike you, I adapt, I evolve." Before Jackson could respond, the Central Command mech moved closer, its red eye scanning the battlefield, sending waves of smaller mechs like predators. The team realized betrayal and invasion were now a deadly combination. The city in chaos, and time running out, contain him. "And then we move," Jackson ordered. "We can't let the aliens exploit this. The mission is bigger than one soldier. This is about humanity." As the team regrouped, civilians trapped under rubble cried for help. Explosions nearby threatened to destroy everything, and the shadow of the Central Command mech loomed over them. Moving closer to the city's heart, Mira looked at Jackson, her voice steady despite exhaustion. "Commander, we can't trust anyone fully. even our own. But we must focus. We have a chance to strike at the command mech if we act now. Relo is a setback, not the end, Jackson nodded, his eyes scanning the burning streets. The suspense thickening. Then we move carefully. Plan every step and hit hard. We fight for every life left in this city. Betrayal or not, we cannot fail. As they advanced, the alien mechs intensified their attacks, smaller drones swarming like insects. Fire and smoke hiding their approach, explosions rocking the streets. Civilians screaming, the tension unbearable. Relo, restrained but dangerous, glared at Jackson. You will regret this, Commander. I am only the beginning. The aliens will not forgive betrayal, and neither should you, his words chilling. A constant reminder that danger was everywhere. Not just in the machines. The team moved through the city. Carefully, every corner hiding death, every shadow threatening destruction. The suspense thick as they approached the Central Command mech's last known position. The stakes higher than ever, the city burning around them. And in the distance, a massive shadow shifted. The command mech moving closer, stronger, smarter than before, as if sensing every step they took. And Jackson knew the real test had only just begun. Betrayal inside, aliens outside. The battle for Earth reaching a deadly turning point. The city was a battlefield of fire and smoke. Rubble scattered across the streets, alien mechs patrolling every corner. Civilians hiding wherever they could, and Commander Jackson knew that waiting would only make the situation worse. It was time to take the fight to the enemy. Commander, we can't keep defending, Lieutenant Mira said, her eyes glowing with determination. We need a counterattack. Hit them where it hurts, disrupt their command, and regain control of the city. Jackson nodded, his mind calculating. Then we act now. Every squad knows their role. Every move counts. We strike fast, precise, and unexpected. We hit the command mech indirectly first, weaken its control, and then we go for the core. The cybernetic humans moved like shadows through the burning streets, using ruined buildings, overturned vehicles, and debris as cover. Energy rifles ready, sensors scanning for movement. Drones hovering above, relaying information. Suddenly, the command mech shifted in the distance, its red eye scanning the city. Smaller mechs swarming like deadly insects. It was as if the machine could sense every thought, anticipating every tactic. The tension thick as Jackson's team moved forward. Squads Alpha and Beta flanked the eastern sector, Jackson ordered. Squads Gamma and Delta take the rooftops, draw their attention. We hit them from multiple angles, confuse them. We cannot give them a moment to recover. Explosions erupted as squads engaged smaller mechs, sparks flying, metal bending, fire roaring through the streets, civilians screaming. The cybernetic soldiers moving with enhanced speed, dodging crushing arms, and firing precise shots at joints and energy cores. Jackson and Myra led a strike team toward a critical energy node, one of the central crystals powering the mechs. Every step a risk, every corner hiding death. The air thick with smoke, earning metal. And tension. Commander, multiple reinforcements incoming. Mira shouted, pointing to a group of larger mechs advancing faster than predicted. Jackson gritted his teeth. Then we split, lure them into the trap. The city's ruins are our ally. Every building, every alley. Use it to slow them down. We fight smart, not just hard. The first ambush went perfectly. Squads firing from rooftops, dropping energy grenades, and hacking smaller drones. Explosions echoing like thunder, mechs faltering, disrupted by the precise counterattack. The team moved like a single unit, every member covering another. But then came the central command mech, moving closer, its massive limbs tearing through barricades, red eye glowing. sending waves of smaller mechs to counterattack. The city shaking with every step, Jackson realized the next strike had to be perfect. No margin for error. Focus fire on the crystal nodes. Jackson shouted, "Mira, hack the main system, overload it. Everyone else, hold the line. We cannot let them regroup." Mira tapped furiously on her portable interface. Circuits sparking, energy flowing, the alien AI resisting. But her skills and cybernetic enhancements gave her an edge. Screens flickered, alarms screamed, the command mech paused. Its movements jerky, unpredictable. Jackson and his team pressed forward, dodging attacks, leaping over rubble, firing precise shots at exposed joints. Energy shields flaring, sparks flying, the city a symphony of chaos. Suspense and destruction finally. A massive explosion shook the sector. One of the main crystal nodes overloaded, releasing a pulse of energy. Smaller mechs disabled instantly. Sparks and fire shooting into the night sky. The command mech staggered, momentarily vulnerable. "Now!" Jackson shouted, leading the strike team directly at the central mech. Weapons firing in unison, energy pulses striking exposed joints. Sparks exploding, the ground shaking, the tension unbearable. Every second stretched like an eternity. The alien machine roared, a deep mechanical sound, swatting away smaller mechs like insects, but the cybernetic humans pressed on. Relentless, every move calculated, every shot precise. The battle reaching a fever pitch. Suspense building with every heartbeat. From the shadows, additional alien reinforcements arrived, but the cybernetic humans fought with unity, courage and determination, exploiting every weakness, striking faster than the AI could adapt, the city itself becoming a weapon against the invaders. As the command mech staggered, sparks flying from its joints, Jackson realized they had achieved the first major victory. But the fight was far from over. More dangers awaited, and the cost of failure would be total annihilation. "Hold the line," Jackson commanded, breathing hard, eyes fixed on the staggering mech. "We've shown them we can fight back. But we must finish this. Humanity cannot lose today." We move forward, no hesitation, no mercy. The city burned around them, fire, smoke, and explosions painting the night sky, civilians fleeing to safety. The cybernetic humans pushing forward with renewed courage. The suspense thick as the command mech tried to recover. The next move's critical, and in the distance, beyond the chaos, more alien machines landed, dropping reinforcements, signaling that the counterattack was only the beginning. The battle for Earth far from over, but for the first time, hope glimmered in the hearts of humans. The battlefield was silent for a moment. Smoke rising from destroyed buildings, sparks falling from broken wires. The ground littered with debris and the remains of fallen mechs. But the silence was heavy, tense, like the calm before a storm. Commander Jackson stood on the edge of a shattered street, his cybernetic limbs battered, energy rifle smoking, eyes fixed on the central command mech, towering above the ruined city, its red eye glowing with deadly intelligence. "Calculating its next move," Commander, Lieutenant Mira said, her voice trembling slightly. "We've done damage, but it's not enough. The central command mech is still alive, controlling the others. We can't finish it without a direct strike. It's too dangerous." Jackson nodded slowly, knowing the truth. The only way to destroy the mech and save the city required one of them to risk everything, to draw its full attention while the others attacked the core, a plan filled with peril, a plan that might cost a life. "Who will do it?" he asked, his voice heavy with responsibility. "It must be someone fast, someone strong enough to survive, long enough to give the rest of us a chance." From the shadows, Sergeant Ryla, who had redeemed himself in earlier battles, stepped forward, eyes determined. his cybernetic enhancements glowing with energy. "Commander, I will do it. I'll distract the mech, draw its fire, give the team the chance to strike." Jackson's heart clenched. "Are you sure?" "There's no guarantee you'll survive. This is a mission where one mistake could mean death." Rila smiled faintly. "Then it's a risk I accept. Humanity comes first," he said, moving toward the massive machine. Energy shields activating, sparks flying from his limbs. Every step calculated, every heartbeat counting. The central command mech turned its massive head, red eye glowing, sensing Rila's approach. Smaller mechs swarming to protect it, the tension rising with every second. The city trembling under its weight, fire and smoke rising like a storm. Jackson turned to Myra. "This is it. Strike hard when he distracts it. Aim for the core, every weapon, every shot counts." "We have only one chance." Rila charged forward, leaping over debris, dodging the crushing arms of smaller mechs. Fire and sparks exploding around him. Every move precise, every second suspenseful. The city holding its breath. The command mech swung its massive arm, aiming at Rila. Sparks and energy flying as he narrowly avoided the strike. Rolling behind rubble, firing his weapons at exposed joints. Drawing the mech's full attention, the smaller mechs attacking him relentlessly. Meanwhile, Jackson and Myra moved through the chaos. Weapons raised, targeting the core crystal that powered the command mech. Energy pulses crackling around them. Every step dangerous, the suspense unbearable. Rila jumped onto a piece of fallen metal, landing close to the mech's legs. Firing precise shots, shouting commands, his energy shield flaring with each attack. The mech's movements jerky, disrupted, but still deadly. Every second a test of courage. "Now!" Jackson shouted, and the team unleashed a coordinated attack. Energy rifles, plasma grenades, and hacking tools striking the core simultaneously. Sparks exploding, the mech shaking violently. Red eye flickering, metal screeching under stress. Rila dodged a massive strike, rolling across the ground, energy shield sparking. But one miscalculation sent him flying across the rubble, crashing hard, his body battered. Sensors flickering, yet he pushed forward, determined to complete his mission with one final coordinated strike. The cybernetic humans overloaded the core, a massive explosion shaking the city. Metal screeching, fire erupting, the central command mech staggering. Sparks flying, finally collapsing, motionless. Rila lay on the ground, injured but alive, breathing hard. Smoke curling around him, Mira rushing to his side. "You did it. You saved us all," she said, her voice filled with relief and emotion. Jackson approached, his eyes scanning the battlefield. The remaining alien mechs collapsing without the command. The city slowly quieting, hope returning, the battle won, but at a cost. Every soldier aware of the danger they had survived, the civilians emerged from hiding, looking at the destroyed city, fear and hope mixed in their eyes. The human soldiers stood tall, battered but victorious, knowing the sacrifice of one had saved thousands. The suspense fading into relief, but the memory of danger still lingering. Rila looked at Jackson, his body bruised, but a faint smile on his lips. "Humanity is stronger than they think," he whispered. The city around them echoing with the aftermath of the epic battle, and even as they stood among the ruins, Commander Jackson knew the fight was not over forever. The aliens had been defeated today, but new threats would come, and humanity must always be ready. A lesson in courage, sacrifice, and hope. The battlefield was quiet at last, smoke curling into the sky like dark ribbons. The streets littered with debris, broken mechs, and the remnants of a city that had almost fallen. But amidst the destruction, humanity had survived. Commander Jackson stood at the top of a shattered building. overlooking the ruined city, his cybernetic eyes scanning the horizon. The central command mech lay motionless in the distance, sparks flickering from its destroyed core. The alien machines around it silent, finally defeated. Is it really over? Lieutenant Mira asked, her voice soft, almost a whisper, as she helped civilians climb over rubble to safety. The weight of the battle heavy in her chest. Jackson shook his head slowly. For now. But victory always comes with a cost. We've won this battle, but the war may not be finished yet today. Humanity stands. The survivors began to emerge from hiding, their eyes wide with relief and disbelief. Children crying, families embracing, some falling to their knees, overwhelmed by the destruction and the fact that they were alive. Rila, bruised and battered, stood beside Jackson, his cybernetic enhancements sparking lightly. We did it. We saved them, Commander, he said, exhaustion and pride mixed in his voice. Jackson nodded, looking across the city. Yes, but remember, the aliens learn from us too. They will return if we are unprepared. Our duty is not over. This victory is only the first step. The cybernetic soldiers moved through the streets, helping civilians, rescuing those trapped under rubble, extinguishing fires where possible, their enhancements making them faster and stronger. Yet the human spirit behind them, shining even brighter. From the sky, drones scanned the city, relaying information to the remaining command centers, assessing damage, ensuring no hidden threats remained. And Jackson knew that this moment, fragile as it was, would be remembered as a turning point, a day when humans had faced extinction and fought back. Myra approached Jackson, her eyes reflecting both relief and sorrow. We lost so many, Commander, but we also proved something. Humanity is stronger than they ever imagined, even against machines we can't fully understand. Jackson placed a hand on her shoulder. Yes, Myra, today we showed courage, teamwork, and sacrifice can overcome even the deadliest enemy. Every life lost today will be remembered, and every survivor carries the torch forward. In the distance, the horizon glowed with the fires of the final battle, but slowly dawn began to break. The first rays of sunlight, piercing through smoke and ash, painting the ruins in gold and red, a symbol of hope rising from despair. The surviving humans began the long process of rebuilding, working together to clear streets, restore power, and care for the wounded. Their unity stronger than ever, every step a testament to their resilience. Jackson stood silently, watching, knowing that every battle, every sacrifice had led to this moment, and though the city was scarred, the spirit of humanity was unbroken, stronger than any alien force, stronger than fear itself. Rila, Mira, and the other soldiers gathered, battered but alive, their faces showing determination and hope, ready to defend the earth if the aliens returned. Stronger and smarter than before, their experience forging them into legends. Today, humanity survived, Jackson said, his voice carrying across the silent streets. Tomorrow we prepare, and we will never forget what it means to fight for our home. And as the city slowly came back to life, the people looked at the heroes who had saved them, remembering the sacrifices, the courage, and the unity that had turned near certain defeat into victory. A victory not just of machines and weapons, but of the human spirit itself. The battle for Earth was won, but the story of courage, hope, and resilience would live on forever, inspiring generations to come. And even as the smoke cleared, the suspense of what the future held lingered, a reminder that vigilance, bravery, and sacrifice would always be needed to protect what humans held dear. Humanity had survived the alien invasion, cybernetic humans and ordinary people alike standing together, scarred but unbroken, victorious yet aware that true peace was fragile. But for now, the city stood, alive and free,